All right, to football we go. 76 days until week 1 of the NFL season kicks off. ESPN highlighted each team's biggest standout during NFL minicamp just over a week ago. Vikings insider Kevin Seifert was wowed and dazzled by rookie linebacker Brian Asamoah from Oklahoma. Seifert noted the speed of Asamoah jumped out to him, showing off his sideline-to-sideline speed he showed on tape coming out of college. It begs the question, just how quickly coaches will get him acclimated and involved on the field early in the season. Other notable NFC North standouts included Rashawn Gary for the Packers, no surprise there. Second-year wideout Trinity Benson in Detroit. And believe it or not, in Chicago, fifth-round rookie tackle Braxton Jones out of Ohio State, who's apparently already working with the first-team offense for the Bears. Reggie, your thoughts on Asamoah and the rest of the NFC North players that wowed at minicamp?
Yeah, I think, Rashawn Gary is probably a given here. Just like he had a career best 9.5 sacks last season, and Demovsky talked about how he's looking lean and muscular and, really kind of spinning that forward into a good offseason so far. And look, it's to be expected. He's a rising talent for them. So that's fine. That's fair. What is very intriguing is about Brian Asamoah, because you talk about this sideline-to-sideline speed. There is a learning curve here. Going from college to the NFL. And at a position like linebacker that's really important because they have to cover so much ground, them saying that he's a sideline-to-sideline guy is exciting. Like, very exciting. But, they have very, very good inside linebackers right now with Jordan Hicks and Eric Kendricks. And so now you're looking at a luxury. You got those two on the inside. You got the outside with Za'Darius and Daniil. And now you're at a luxury where you're like, well, do we play, more than the two inside linebackers? Or does Asamoah really, get a chance to challenge Hicks for some playing time? Are there packages in there where maybe he comes in on third down so that maybe he can, get a runner out of the backfield and keep up with them?
Right.
The opportunities are endless. And what's really cool is this Vikings team seems to have flexibility on both sides. On offense, when you talk about a guy like having Kane, just being able to use him as a weapon.
Right.
They've talked about utilizing Dalvin out of the backfield. You got KJ Osborne, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, wideouts. You got Irv Smith coming off injury. He's expected to have a big year. You got all these weapons. And then, on the defensive side of the ball, on the back end, we talk a lot about Booth. We talk about Pat Pete. We talk about Dantzler. But they really have a lot of high hopes for Caleb Evans as well. I think that was one of Kwesi's favorite players in the draft. And so I think it's exciting to see them have weapons. And really what this signifies is depth. If one guy goes down, if something happens, they got some guys that they feel confident in that can step up and make a high impact for the team, with the team that has such high expectations for this season. Not only to just compete with the Packers for the top of the division, but also compete for a deep playoff run, compete for a Super Bowl. I think the talent is there on this team. And what's really cool is, as much as, fans and people were giving Kwesi flack for his draft, it seems like he got some pretty good guys that can come in and make an impact. It is early. We haven't seen him at training camp yet. Haven't seen him in live game action yet. Like I said, the NFL is a much faster game than college. So that part remains to be seen. But, coming off of camp, you are encouraged.
There must be something in the water out at Norman because Oklahoma continues to pump out just serious NFL talent every year. You can unlock your talent with Athletic Greens. Whether you're going paleo, vegan, keto, dairy-free, or even gluten-free, Athletic Greens has you covered with 75 high-quality vitamins and minerals, superfoods, and probiotics. Visit athleticgreens.com/MLB Network. That has over 7,000 five-star reviews. That's athleticgreens.com/MLB Network. Reggie, a lot of good points I want to get back to. Asamoah, here's what I want to know about him. When the dust settles, he's got the playbook down and digested. He's earned his stripe on special teams. What's going to be his true natural role going to be in Ed Donatell's defense? Because, like you said, coming out of the draft, he felt like a natural inside, weak side linebacker in a 3-4 defense. But obviously, as we sit here today, those 4 starting linebacker spots in the base defense are set. You mentioned za'darius, Hunter, Kendricks, and Hicks. So finding a way to get him on the field, maximize his open field tackling, and more so that speed, getting after the quarterback, getting into the backfield on passing downs. That's where I would be most excited about him on the field, at least during, this rookie season. Let him ease into the NFL a little bit with some sub-package looks that shows off more of that blazing speed guys like Seifert and coaches keep raving about. So that's what I kind of expect from Asamoah in year 1 from the Vikings. Remember, he led the Oklahoma Sooners in tackles, including solo tackles. So he's great out in open space, but at the NFL, this is a different game, different speed, different guys, different talent. So that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period when you get a guy like Lamar Jackson out in the open field or A.J. Dillon and those 280-pound rock-hard thighs going on. Like, this is a different game, but what I do love is that you need guys at the linebacker position that are fast enough to cover running backs out of the flat, tight ends, athletic tight ends like an Irv Smith, Travis Kelce, you name it, T.J. Hawkinson in the division, and then maybe even wideouts from time to time too on bubble screens, things like that. So I think Asamoah has all the speed, and it's just nice to get some fresh, young speed in here, somebody that seems hungry to get into the NFL and mix with some of these veterans that have been here a while. Learn from a guy like Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks. The other one that really surprised me, though, in Chicago, I know they just don't have a lot of bodies on the offensive line and really a lack of talent as well, but starting a 5th-round rookie at left tackle in Braxton Jones, that's just got to worry fans who are hoping for a big leap in Justin Fields in year 2. But hey, I mean, that's just me. I guess we'll see how all that plays out.
Maybe some Ohio State chemistry there.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that's what it is. Hashtag chemistry. Okay, yeah, you may be onto something there. 76 days until week 1 in the NFL kicks off. Reggie and I got you covered every step of the way.